The following is a hypnosis session between us. I will be your hypnotist, and you will be my subject for this session. No assumptions or language regarding gender is included here. You will only be referred to as subject, sub, submissive, pet, and dear. This session includes themes of female domination, specifically power exchange between you and I, as you enjoy the experience of feeling my control. But it does not imply or instruct that only women can or should dominate you. There is hypnotically induced light bondage and gestures of affection from a dominant to a submissive. This file will help you understand the appropriate boundaries between a hypnosis content creator and their audience. You will learn a few things about BDSM, and that you can be less so the judge of whether you are good or bad, and I more so, for a time. The tone is sweet and caring, as this file is designed to help you experiment with submission. Never drive or operate heavy machinery while listening to hypnosis. Ensure you are in and will remain in privacy for the duration. Silence all devices, and perhaps have a drink of water before beginning. The experience is about to commence. Make all final preparations now. Make yourself comfortable, listen, and follow me. Oh good, you're right on time. It's really nice to see you. Have you been having a good day? Well, very soon you'll find you've left it all behind as we proceed in this session, and afterwards the things that are useful to you will return. Please sit or lie down, whatever is most attractive to you right now. You can take some time to shift your position, make little adjustments, and soon you will have a wonderful sense of comfort and relaxation. As you settle into your place, you can just listen to me. This may take conscious effort on your part for a while, but you can also focus without trying, your mind paying attention to everything I say while you unwind. Today we're giving you a lesson in BDSM and erotic hypnosis, designed for anyone to enjoy, but particularly helpful for beginners and those new to working with me. Everybody has preconceived notions about hypnosis, about heaviness and lightness, experiences of levitation, and a lot of misconceptions. Since I am a skilled and experienced hypnotist, you can trust that I am capable of guiding you into a deep and very pleasurable trance. So just let go of those preconceptions, and if your eyes have been open, close them. Keep them gently closed. The trick is to practice not caring about intrusive ideas such as what you think hypnosis is or what it is like. Imagine that you are seeing those thoughts and ideas like clouds floating in the sky. Know that you don't need them, and know that they don't affect you. You can find that your ideas become meaningless when you are sinking into trance, getting heavier and heavier now. So pleasant to rest your whole self on the sound of my voice as it rolls along through your mind, able to enjoy this as an act of submission, letting go of errant desires and impulses, and instead becoming awash in what I desire you to experience. Such a wonderful feeling to give yourself completely to my will. You can submit now, and let me take over. Just sinking into the gentle waves and being carried along where I direct you. That feeling of heaviness spreading through your body into your eyelids, becoming so heavy that you can find them impossible to open now. Drifting in trance is so pleasurable, and you can find that it's becoming easier and easier since you can't open your eyes. more completely entranced. You're doing so well. I'm really glad you are here with me today as we go deeper in trance, because you long for experiences with bondage and discipline. You crave submersion and profound submission, and maybe even wish to be led by an experienced woman to finding a profound pleasure in the right kinds of pain for you, in the right conditions. Hypnosis is a wonderful way to explore all of this, whether you dreamt of being entranced and captivated before or not. Hypnosis can be such a freeing feeling that people feel they are floating or lighter than air, and I'm sure you will discover an abiding passion for hypnosis. When you're someone with these desires, it just doesn't do to repress them. I can see that that would hurt you. But there are also some in the world who would not be safe and responsible as dominants, so I want to make sure you learn how this can all be good and healthy. You've done very well to come to me, and you can feel like a very good submissive for that. It's important to take care of yourself. As you float along in a wonderful trance, I'd like to invite you to an experience of how powerful hypnosis can be. Many people think hypnosis is something I do to you, but it's actually something we do collaboratively. As you follow my suggestions, compliance becomes more and more automatic, and having that experience with someone caring is wonderful, something you would like very much. So to have this experience, I ask you to notice how the feeling in your arms is becoming different from each other. They may have both felt very heavy, as if you couldn't even move them, but this is changing slightly because one of them is getting lighter. You and I can't know if it will be your right arm or your left arm, but we're going to find out very soon, because as that arm gets lighter and lighter, it's becoming so light that any moment now it will rise right up to a comfortable degree. Lighter than air. Becoming lighter than air so that it just begins to float up in a comfortable, pleasurable way. As you sink further into trance through this experience, your unconscious mind is reveling in this pleasure and wants to obey and continue it as long as I direct you to, unless anything became truly pressing. That's what's going to happen. Your arm has risen outside of your power, and that is so wonderful. Wonderful that you can't control it or stop it. As you notice this happening, I'd like you to try to lower that levitating arm, and what you will find is that your unconscious just wants to keep you deep in pleasurable trance. So it's not going to let that arm lower for now. Please try as hard as you can. Resist with all your might and notice you're just exhausting yourself and falling further into my control. No longer able to deny that it is wonderful and you can give in. Your arm falling gently down to rest beside you as you submit and drop into profound trance with me. Good. You're doing so well. Creating hypnotic experiences for people like this is something I love and crave as a dominant woman, and I'm very glad you can experience this. So just float along and listen to the sound of my voice. You don't have to be concerned with anything but the present moment. You don't need to think about the words I'm saying. You don't have to try to understand. Just listen to my voice as I explain some things to your mind. Many people listen to content like this and get the wrong idea about their relationship with the hypnotist. Going deep into trance is a very vulnerable and powerful thing for people, so I understand. But it's simply not true that listening to a file makes someone your mistress in a persistent, personal way. most likely that hypnotist doesn't know that listener exists. And for now, that's the way it must be. They can still control you and be your dominant during sessions. And you can still find the effect of your training spreading out to positively touch your whole life. There are so very many people who need hypnotic experiences, and we hypnotists are busy, hard-working sorts. We just can't answer messages from every listener, let alone give personal attention. And you can see it's reasonable that we not be expected to, because it's one thing to make a file someone likes, and a completely different thing to have chemistry. Why continue then? Why listen again and sink into trance? Why send us messages of appreciation? Because, of course, it is very good for you. Practicing hypnosis is good for your whole self, and you deserve that. Additionally, it keeps you in good, malleable, and servile shape for when you do meet a dominant you click with. Practicing showing us appreciation will help you show appreciation to the dominants that do take a personal role in your life. And also, they are very nice for us to receive when they are kind, unassuming, and grateful. Just drift deep in trance, drenched in the sound of my voice, feeling so free and helpless and good. Now, if you and I were to chat a lot over the course of several weeks, it might be okay for you to ask if I wanted to be your dominant, so long as you have no expectations and can accept were I too busy or otherwise not inclined to take that responsibility. And if you are someone who I have developed a relationship with, I'm very glad to have you in my life, and I certainly hope we can continue. But for the vast majority of listeners, a hypnotist is simply not capable of interacting personally. This doesn't make you any less special than others. It's just how things shake out sometimes. You can relax and know that good things are coming your way as you continue to make efforts to do well. Relax and drop into pleasant, hazy trance. So lost and helpless and safe and warm, under control. If you are interested in a hypnotist, don't just start asking them to dominate you or something like that. It's much more considerate to do your due diligence. Do some research. Read the materials they provided, perhaps on their webpage, Twitter account, Discord server, or things such as that, before making assumptions to their time. Find out what they want and what they expect from their listeners. Just jumping in and expecting their attention is a good way to get blocked, and you may probably even make their day worse. And I know such a well-meaning submissive as yourself doesn't want that. Drop an email or a public post in their Discord server showing you enjoy their work. It's helping you, and you appreciate them. Don't expect a response, but feel good knowing you did the right thing. Be a positive, helpful, and polite member in their community without causing detriment to your life. Keep things casual. Cultivate an easy manner. Remember, hypnotists are people too, and us sensible ones are uncomfortable on pedestals. We all need places to relax and just chill and not have a lot of expectations or unreasonable standards on us. And if you help that by keeping things informal yet courteous, you're doing a great job. Who knows where it will go from there? You will likely make friends you never knew were waiting for you. And you might even find a personal relationship with a dominant you really click with. I do know that together we can make wonderful, positive, supportive communities for all of us. Noticing now that I have cuffed your ankles and wrists and bound you in place, their straps cinched firmly, your fuzzy head unable to remember how or when I bound you, and trying just makes you more tired and sinking deeper. Submissive bliss overcoming you as you feel this bondage pulling you under. Down, down. You can't move. The bondage is holding you so firmly, comfortingly. You're so weak and tired, and the peace of letting go is so alluring. I encourage you to try to move so you can feel all the pleasure of discovering you've lost control to me. Your mind has yielded to my authority. And when you realize it's just not possible to escape my hypnotic power until I release you, you can give up and just drop. Happy and relaxed and safe and at peace to be restrained and helpless with me. The feeling of those cuffs holding you so securely, spreading through your limbs and washing through your whole being. The feeling of having given in completely. Feeling yourself melting as I pet you, my hand caressing over your forehead and up over your head. Feeling controlled and cared for. I'm so pleased with your performance, practicing trance with me, giving in to your desires for bondage and submission. And if you noticed unnecessary thoughts and ideas ever getting in the way during this session, you don't need to fret at all, my dear. Every day you practice hypnosis, it gets easier and easier to let go, soon becoming so easy that you actually lose control. You'll just quickly and gently return your focus to your hypnotist, becoming so talented that you don't even notice anything else. My voice becoming all of your thoughts, so safe and warm and happy. Try to move your arms and legs, my pet, finding you're so totally immobilized by my bondage, and it makes you feel so good. Nothing else to do right now but listen and accept and let go for me now. So submit and stop struggling. Let go of everything but the pleasure of my voice. You've sank so deep now that I'm really taking more and more control of your mind, just as you want it. At this point you can find you can't even remember how long this trance has been going. It's your whole world. Just you and I in all of existence. And when we're together like this, it can be so pleasant to let go of the things I want you to, like bothersome self-judgments. Here in this place, you can let go so much that I become the one who decides that sort of thing, and you can just accept. In the past, you might have been given expectations of who you are and what value you have and why you have it, but that is all gone now, and can't even be remembered. My sweet, syrupy voice, so intoxicating, you can't help but lose yourself completely and accept my judgments as your superior while we are in hypnosis together. You are good, little sub. Yes, you are good. I'm very pleased with you. And you know that pleasing a dominant you have chosen can make you feel so warm and fuzzy and joyful, all the way deep down inside. That's right, very deeply. Capable of a profound joy knowing that you are good. Some might ask why you are good, but this goes beyond that. You just know that you are good. letting go of thoughts that are otherwise, because it's not bad of you to have the thought that you aren't good. You didn't do anything wrong in thinking that, and you are fully capable of practicing letting go of a negative self-judgment like that. Just like we discussed earlier, you decide it's meaningless. You don't care about it. You return to the truth I've given you. You are good. And it's not because you did something or gave something. You are good. And there's a simple axiom to prove it. It's in the form of a question. Why is a newborn baby deserving of love? They didn't do something or give something. An infant just born now into the world. They deserve love because they are alive. And it's just in this way that you are good. This is the value of your core self, what matters most. It's something I'll discuss more thoroughly in the future. For now, I'd just like you to obey me and believe you are good. Know that you are good. Thank you, pet. And knowing this, you know that you can do good. You can contribute. You can make up for mistakes. You can improve. You can take care of yourself. You can be free of debilitating self-judgments, knowing that you're resolved to be a better person and a better submissive, taking actions every day to push the limits of your achievement, including your achievement in letting go and relaxing, because everybody needs time off sometimes too, is a natural outgrowth of your intrinsic goodness. You are evolving to being a more loving and positive element in the world. And it can take time. This is a change for the long-term better. So go at your own pace. Make gentle experiments. And know as you do that I am very proud of you, and I love you as I do everyone. I'll count up now to the number 5, and when I reach it, you will be wide awake, happy, refreshed, and so glad to be yourself. I tell you, good job, and I kiss you on the forehead. And with that, the bondage of your wrists and ankles falls away, and you are beginning to gently rise out of trance, very slowly. 1. Placidly moving towards the waking world now, still very deep, in the realm of the unconscious, which will retain all the important lessons of this session together. 2. Your conscious mind won't need to remember anything from this session but what it needs to. Able to let go and let the unconscious process and make change. Getting a little further up now. Feeling yourself rising. Feeling the furniture underneath you. 3. Halfway back. All that heaviness falling away from you. Conscious control returning to your fingers and toes, giving them a little wiggle. Your eyelids not so heavy, soon to open. Remembering, of course, that you are good, and knowing that a dominant you choose can affirm that, making you feel so happy, giddy even. 4. Your surroundings seem to fade back into place, getting more and more grounded in reality, eyes opening more and more, starting to gently move and shift your body as you are about to break through trance and come all the way back with 5, wide awake, feeling refreshed. Such pleasurable sensations still echoing around inside you. You've been such a good subject and submissive for me today. I'm very pleased with your progress. Take some time to bask in the glow. No need to rush. You may even take a few minutes to practice releasing unnecessary thoughts, returning your focus to your breath, the feeling of your body, the way you can rest on the furniture you've chosen. Come back for another session again soon. I have many plans for your education and training in hypnosis and BDSM. I'm sure you're quite eager for that. Ta for now. This is Miss Ink Noir. I have been your hypnotist for this recording. I so hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It can be an even more powerful experience should you return to listen again. If you enjoyed this session or found it beneficial, you may like to contribute to my Patreon at patreon.com/missinknoir and receive exclusive rewards I'm sure you would enjoy. There's so much I would like to build with the support of our community, and I know that we can do it together. Feedback and comments are welcome. My email address is missinknoir@gmail.com, and my Twitter is @missinknoir. I love to hear that people listen to the file. I also have a Discord server. Just let me know on email or Twitter if you want a link. Have a great day.